Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya wal mursaleen. Wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Allahumma ja'alna minhum min allazina amanu wa amilu salihati wa tawasaw bil haqqi wa tawasaw bis sabr. Ameen ya rabbal alameen. Thumma amma ba'd. فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي ربي زدنا علما اللهم فقهنا في الدين اللهم إني أسألك علما نافعا وعملا متقبلا ورزقا طيبا Allahumma thabbitna indal mauti bila ilaha illallah ya Amin ya Rabbal Alameen. Alhamdulillah, I'm happy that inshallah we are going to finish our very first topic of status of an ism today. And I'm hoping that everyone is clear on the topic, whatever we have done so far. If not, then please watch the recordings over and over until you get it 100%, because these concepts are very important and we are building our knowledge over them. So if you are weak on this basic knowledge, then it's not gonna work out. So please make a plan. Almost the weekend is over. So over the weekend, you guys need to make a plan that anything you need to catch up, please catch up. If any homework is missing, any recording you need to watch, please do so. So you are all updated when we start on Monday. And even if after all this, you are still not clear on any subject or any concept, then you can write your questions down and you can send me on WhatsApp or in the group, whatever you feel like. And inshallah, I'm gonna try to help you out on that. For some people, I know that you guys are very beginners and everything is very new to you guys and it seems very hard. So that was our first class, that if the concept is hard, we need to make a lot of du'as to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he is inshallah going to help us out. Remember that ayah of Quran Pak, وَلَقَدْ يَسَّرْنَا الْقُرْآنَ لِلذِّكْرِ فَهَلْ مِن مُدَّكِرٍ. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala already has promised us that anything related to Quran is easy. So we have to put some effort. So if he said it is easy, then it is easy. So only the problem is that maybe we are not putting any effort, or I should say a lot of effort, or proper effort, I should say. Or sometimes, you know, that since these are new concepts, so it's gonna take time. And don't get overwhelmed by it. Do not think that, okay, you are not getting it, so you're gonna give up on that. You're not gonna do that, please. Because we are going to try it hard, inshallah, and you will see the result very soon. So do not get sad or mad on it, like you're thinking that, okay, you can do it. So never ever quit. You're gonna try your best, and inshallah, the help of Allah would be there for you, because that is his promise. So inshallah, today we are going to talk about flexibility, and that is our last topic on our concept of i'rab status. And before we do that, if you guys remember, last class we were talking about la nafiyatul lil jins. And today I'm going to give you 4 reasons. Last class was all about how to make an ism light, right? We were learning about that. So why we need to do that? Why we make some ism light? These are the 4 reasons. The very first reason we already discussed yesterday is that la nafiyatu lil jins come before some ism, and this la want some ism light after it. So this is one of the reason that we were learning how to make an ism light. So this la nafiyatu lil jins need a lighter ism after it. And then second reason is ghair munsarif, mean partly flexible ism, and that is inshallah our today's topic. So we're gonna discuss it soon. And the third reason why some ism need to be light is because it is going to be a mudaf. What does that mean, inshallah? That is our further studies, inshallah. And the fourth one is munada. Munada mean when you call someone. So when you call someone, so this person need to be in light version. So you cannot say ya Shuaibun or ya Muhammadun. You can't say that. You need to say ya Muhammadu or ya Shuaibu. So this is easy. So we know that, okay, for reason one more time. The last class, we were talking about how to make an ism light. And why we were doing that? Because these are the 4 reasons. We need to make some ism light. And one of the reason is that la nafiya lil jins come, and he wants ism lighter after it. So this is one reason. La nafiya to lil jins need a lighter ism. Secondly, partly flexible ism. This is inshallah today we are going to learn about it. Third reason is that some word play a role of a mudaf, and this mudaf need to be light in version. And inshallah that is our maybe next week we are going to learn about it. And the fourth one is munada. When we call someone, then this person need to be in light version. So these 2 are kind of easy. We did la nafiyatul lil jins yesterday, and this munada is easy. The rest, inshallah, as we go, we will learn about it. So one more time, you guys need to kind of memorize these 4 reasons why we need to make an ism light. Because yesterday we all were doing about how to make an ism light, and what are, like how we make some ism light. We can revise one more time. So if we see any tanween in our singular column, the Muslimun chart, in our singular column, if we see a tanween, then we need to remove one harika, and this is how we make the singular one light. And on our dual and plural one, we need to remove the noon. And then the last combination of Muslimun, Muslimatun, that feminine combination, again it's like un sound over here. So again we're gonna just drop one harika. So this is how we were making some ism light. And why were we doing that? Because these are the 4 reasons we have to do it. The very first thing is, then there is some la, which is called la nafiyatu lil jins. In English you can call it an absolute negation law, and this law always needs a lighter ism after it. Then partly flexible, this is our today's topic. Then mudaf, this is our inshallah next week's topic. And then munada is easy, that when we call someone, this person need to be light. We cannot say ya Shuaibun, that would be wrong. So we always have to make the ism light whoever we are calling to. So ya Shuaibu, not ya Shuaibun. So these are the 4 reasons for an ism to be light. Now, absolute negation, yesterday we talked about it, and today I'm gonna like explain with one example. And what is that? Okay, so my 4-year-old niece came to me and asked me for my cell phone. I said no. She kept asking me and then started crying. I gave my phone to her because I'm a kind puppo. And you know, puppos are already not in a good repute. So now, so this no was like, okay, I said no, but when she was like upset, she was crying, I handed it over. So that means that was just a no, kind of not very emphatic. But now imagine she had asked me for a knife. What would be my reaction? No, no way, right? So my first no had some room, some flexibility, some exceptions, but my second no is absolute no. Without any exception, no room. So this is this no is basically la nafiyatu lil jins. It's very powerful, and I said yesterday that that means that it is negating all the categories of whatever it is talking about. So la ilaha illallahu, meaning that there is no deity, there is no worthy of worship except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So they in the category of any kind of thing or people, like people worship anything, any deity. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is negating all these kind of deities. Now worship can be worshipping someone, something physically or metaphorically worship, right? So Alhamdulillah, as a Muslim, we are free from those gods people worship. But unfortunately, we are guilty of adopting many other ilahs, false gods. Some of us are guilty of making our family, children, job, careers. Even ladies are freaking in cleaning, cooking, decorating their houses, shopping. These are our ilahs. We have dedicated our lives to these false gods. So the ilah does not mean that we are just doing sajda to something, but if we are preferring something over the commands of Allah Ta'ala, if we made our children ilah and we are doing for them to make them happy, what makes Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala not happy or mad, then that means we have made our children ilah. Same like job, careers. If we are spending hours and hours cleaning our house and we do not care about our ibadah, we are cutting short on our salah and all that stuff. So that means we are preferring something over the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we need to think about it. As a Muslim, we think, okay, we are good, but the ilah, scholar says that it's not only the physical one, but it could be metaphorical one. Then we said, yesterday we also discussed this zalikal kitabu la raiba fi. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is negating any kind of doubts about this book. So we have to come to the Quran with the right mindset that this is the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, full of wisdom, full of truth. So we are there to take this guidance from this book. Then we have another example from Quran Pak. This is La Ghaliba Lakum. So Ghalib, we know that even in Urdu it is used. Ghalib means to something is overcoming. So nothing can come over you, it says. And we have this example in the next slide over here. Okay, so look over here. This is the ayah from Surat Al Imran, ayah number 160. It says, إن ينصركم الله فلا غالب لكم وإن يخذلكم فمن ذا الذي ينصركم من بعده وعلى الله فليتوكل المؤمنون. Now the translation is إن ينصركم الله. So if Allah helps you, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking to believers that if I help you, فَلَا غَالِبَ لَكُمْ, so then no one can overcome you. وَإِن يَخْذُلْكُمْ, but if he abandon you, forsake you, leave you, فَمَنْ ذَا الَّذِي, then who has the power, الَّذِي, the one who, يَنْصُرُكُمْ, can help you, مِنْ بَعْدِهِ, after him. This ha is referring to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So no one can help you out if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forsake you. وَعَلَى اللَّهِ, and on Allah, فَلْيَتَوَكَّلِ, we need to put our trust, al-mu'minun, mu'minun. So mu'min should be put their trust on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the advice from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to us. Now, let's see what do we know, whatever we did in this whole week. So let's see, our interest is over here, Allahu. What do you think, Allahu? Allahu is the word Allah over here. What status it is? It is rough in status. That's why this is the doer. That's why we are saying that if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help you. So this is our doer over here. Then we know this ghaliba. What is the status? Nasab. And is that light or heavy? This is light. Okay, because this law always want a lighter ism after it. Then Allazi, inshallah, we are going to learn about it today. And Alallahi, what do you think about its status? I see kasra over here. So that means this is jar in status. And I'm interested over here. فَلْيَتَوَكَّلِ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ. What is that? So this look like Muslimuna. So that means this is our plural and rough and masculine combination. And it has al over here. So if I ask you if it is heavy or light, what should be the answer? Irrelevant, because I see al over here. Okay, so that was about what we learned so far. And now the point over here is that whenever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says something, he is very like truthful in his speaking, and he is pretty straightforward, whatever he's saying. So over here in this ayah, it says when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says something, he speaks nothing but truth and speaks straightforward. This is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talking to the believers at the event of Badr. Have trust on me, don't worry, even though you are lesser in number, you can overcome the disbelievers due to your trust on me. We know that at Badr, the Muslims were only 300 and they have to face almost 1,000 disbelievers. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is kind of supporting the believers and encouraging them that don't worry about the number. Inshallah, no one can overcome you because my help is with you. Now, look at the second example over here, same event. This is Badr, and this is Shaitan talking to disbelievers. So it says, wa is, yesterday we discussed is and isa. What was the difference? Is for, it takes the meaning to the past. So it's like remember when, sorry. So remember when, so this is, and when there is isa, this is meaning in, meaning in the future. So isa takes the meaning in the future and is takes the meaning in the past. So over here, this is past. So, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that, and remember, zayyana lahum shaytanu amalahum, that when shaitan made their deeds pleasing to them, and these them are disbelievers. So the shaitan like kind of encouraging them that, oh, you are doing good and you are so many in numbers, so you are going to win. So waqala, and he said, la ghaliba lakumul yawma, so no one can overcome you al yawma, today, minan nasi, from these people. And among these people, who are they? Obviously believers. Wa inni, and indeed I, jarun, jarun mean protecting friend, I'm your protecting friend, lakum, for you. Falamma, so these were all his promises to the disbelievers, that I'm your protecting friend, I'm with you. And he was ensuring them that, okay, no one gonna win over you because you are a lot in number. Now, falamma, when tara'atil fi'atani, when two fi'atani, we know that word, right? So fi'atani meant two, and fi'atun is like two armies, two section, or two groups, you can call whatever. So when two groups, or these two armies, saw each other, naka saw mean turned away, ala akibaihi, on his heels. So who is that? This is shaitan. So shaitan turned away, and this is ala akibaihi is like a expression in Arabic, meaning you take almost 180-degree turn. So you turn completely and you flee, you run. So he ran away, flee away, and what he was saying, he said, inni, indeed I, bari'un, free, I'm disassociated, minkum, from you, inni, indeed I, ara, I see, ma, what, la tarawna, you do not see. So I wonder what he was saying, what the people were not able to see. These were the angels who came to help believers. Inni, indeed I, akhafu, I fear, Allah, I fear Allah. Even shaitan fear Allah. Wallahu, Allah, shadidu, intense or severe, al-iqab, in penalty, in taking revenge. Now let's see, what do we know in this ayah? So ash-shaytanu, what is the status? Rafa. So that's why we're gonna say that shaitan made their deed pleasing. So he is the doer over here. Then look at this word al-yawma. So what is the status? This is nasab, and al is there. Even this al is telling us that this is ism. Even al over here, ash-shaytan. So this al is telling us that this is ism, because this is the sign of ism. How do we know that something is ism? Either you're gonna look for tanween. If some ism has tanween, yes, it is. The word has tanween, you're gonna say yes, this is ism. And if you see al, then you're gonna say yes, this is an ism. So these are the two signs, tanween and al. So then al-yawma, this is our nasab, this is our, it has al on it. So if I say what is the, if it is light or heavy, what should be your answer? Irrelevant, because al is there. Then minan nasi, nasi, so this is our jar. And again, if I say light or heavy, answer is irrelevant because I see al over here. Then jarun, what do you say about jarun? This is heavy because it has the tanween on it. Okay, then we have fi'atani. Yeah, this is interesting. So what do you know about fi'atani? What do you think? Ani. So this is our dual rafa, dual rafa. combination. So ani, aini, aini combination, right? Then we have bari un. So again, I hear un sound. So it is like jarun. So this is our heavy ism. And un sound is telling that this is rough in status. Then akhafullah ha, Allah ha. So that means the word Allah is nasab in status over here. So who is fearful of Allah? This akhafu referring to shaitan. Shaitan is fearful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then we have Allahu. Now over here, Allahu is the doer. So shadidu, again, this is rafa. And al-iqabi, this is iqabi. So this is our jar. And is it light or heavy? Irrelevant because I see al over here. Okay, so now look at the last example, how straightforward was Allah's statement. And now look over here how this shaitan was tricking the disbelievers. First of all, he said, La ghaliba lakumul yawma. He said that no one is going to overcome you today. Why he said today? Because he does not have any knowledge about tomorrow. Tomorrow is unseen to him. So that's why he used the word today. Then he said, Minan nasi, no one can overcome you from these people. But he didn't know that, okay, they're gonna be someone else other than these people, other than these believers. And who were they? Angels. So then he said, I am your protecting friend. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna be behind you. I'm gonna be your support. And then what happened? What happened to his support? He fled. As soon as he saw the angels, he know that, okay, his tricks are not going to work anymore. So he ran away, he fled. And literally the shaitan was in the human form with the believers. And then it says, bari'un, inni bari'un minkum. I am disassociated with you. So right away here, jar, and over here he's saying, I am free from you guys. I have nothing to do with you guys. And then he said that, okay, I am fearful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if he is fearful of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who should we fearful of? And okay, so see how he was tricking them and how he just fled when he saw that, okay, the angels gonna be on the side of believers. He fled right away. And the same thing gonna happen on the day of judgment. People are going to ask him that, okay, you are the one who misled us. And even they're gonna ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that punish the people who misled us more than us. So, but what would be the response of shaitan then? He would say, no, I just whispered something and you were the one who acted upon it. So I have nothing to do whatever you did. So he is our worst enemy. He is the worst enemy of the whole mankind. So we need to be really aware of all his tricks. And we need to always make dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep us away from the tricks of shaitan. So I find it very cool. So how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks in like how truthful are his words and how straightforward are his words, and look at the shaitan, how he tricks us. So we should know how trickful he is and what our worst enemy he is for the mankind. So we can like be protected from him. Now that was our, so that was all about La Nafiyatul lil Jins. I hope everything is clear because that is easy. Just this law is something that some light version of some ism gonna come after it. And this is absolute negation. This is a big, big no. There is no room. There is no any exception. Okay, now let's recap our status study so far. So far we studied that about status, right? How many different kind of status do we know? We know this. There is Rafa status, which is doer. Then we have Nasab status, which is detail. Then we have Jar status, which is after of. Then how to tell status? The Muslimun chart can help us, right? So the Muslimun chart, all our singular one. And then we have our dual combination. Then we have our third column, the plural masculine, and then we have our plural feminine combo. This Muslimun chart, you need to memorize it, and you need to understand what is the implication of it. So, for example, when I say Muslimani, you should know what should come in your head, that these are two Muslim and they are Rafa in status. And if I say Muslimuna, so right away in your head should come, okay, these are plural and these are masculine combination. And we are talking about the group of Muslims. So everything should make sense in this chart to you guys, because I told many times that this is very important for our learning. So please make effort that you know this Muslimun chart inside out properly. Then we learned yesterday about heavy, light, and irrelevant. So something is heavy when it has noon sound or end sound at the end. For example, Muslimun. So we have un sound. If we, in our singular column, when we have this un sound, how we can make it light? We can just drop one harika, and this is how we can make an ism light. And then on the combination, we can drop the noon, and this is how we can make it light. And when it becomes irrelevant, when we have our al only in the singular side. So if we, on our singular side, al-muslimu, we know that al and tanween does not go together. They have rivalry in between. They are enemy of each other. They cannot go along. So whenever there is al, we have to drop the tanween. We have to take one harika. And this is due to al and tanween problem, but this is not the matter of being heavy or light. Then we are going to learn about flexibility today. So flexibility is a big topic, but our level, we will keep it very simple, inshallah. And flexibility, one thing you need to remember that it has nothing to do with pairs, plurals. Rather, it has only related to singulars. So this is a good news. So because it is only gonna be related to singulars, so we don't have to worry about pairs and plurals. Now, what is flexibility? Flexibility is three kinds. So there are three different kinds of ism in terms of flexibility. Some isms are more friendly than others. For example, you go to a party, you find a person, you greet each other, and then conversation start and you ask, are you from Toronto? And then what happened? The next person was so friendly that he told you the whole story from childhood to till today. So that is like fully flexible ism. So Muslims are all fully flexible people. So our Muslimun chart, Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin. So, and even Muslimatun, Muslimatan, Muslimatin, fully flexible, meaning they are showing us all their status differently. So Muslimun, it is Rafa, Musliman, Nasab, Muslimin, Jar. So it is showing all three status. So they are friendly, they are fully flexible. Easy to remember, right? Nothing hard. Then we have another kind of people. You greet them, you ask them, are you from Toronto? The answer is, And then you go, okay, do you like it here? Answer is, So they're not gonna open up, and we call them in English teenagers. Just joking. There is no way to tell their status by looking at them. So first one, they were very friendly. They were showing you, telling you each and everything about them. The other, they are not ready to open up. The example of them are, we're gonna call them non-flexible. So they are not opening up at all, and we are calling them non-flexible. And how we are going to recognize them? They are going to end either on alif at the end, like Dunya, Zakaria, and then it could be ending on alif maksura. This ya is called alif maksura in Arabic term. Alif maksura mean this look like sound like alif. This when I say Yahya, it sounds like alif, but it is not alif, right? So it's called small alif. Maksura means small, and small alif. So Yahya, Musa, Isa, Bushra, Huda, all these words which are ending on alif maksura, they are non-flexible. Meaning, if you have you wanna use Musa as a raf, it's gonna be still Musa. The Nasab version of Musa gonna be Musa. The Jar version of Musa gonna be Musa. It's not gonna budge, no matter what you do. They are teenagers, okay? We don't have any solution to deal with them. Okay, so now you guys can look over here with this example. Fully flexible, Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin. We're gonna call them fully flexible, and they have three versions. Then we have non-flexible, which has only one version. The examples are right, these ones over here and these one, Isa, Isa, Isa. All three versions, Isa, Isa, Isa. Then we have third one, partly flexible, which has, they are little bit flexible. Not fully, but they are little bit. The example is Yusufu, Yusufa, Yusufa. So see, their nasab is Yusufa and their jar is even Yusufa. And they are not taking tanween. So these partly flexible, they will not take tanween and they will not take kasra. And they will have two versions. So inshallah, let's see more, and that will help you. Now, so we are done with fully flexible. Fully flexible are all Arabic words. They're gonna have three versions. Okay, so remember Muslimun chart. So our first column, because flexibility deals with only what? The first column of our Muslimun chart, the singular one. It has nothing to do with the dual. It has nothing to do with the plurals. So Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin, you need to just remember these three. So this is our fully flexible. Then non-flexible, so you need to remember they have only one version, and you can remember one of that word. Okay, so pick Musa or Isa or whatever. So you need to know, okay, this is the example of non-flexible. They have only one version. Then the partly flexible, we need to talk more about these ones. Now, non-flexible ism only have one form. So we are talking about non-flex over here. Look the same in all status. Words that are non-flexible, they are dunya and Musa. We already said that. Words ending on alif like dunya or alif maksura, small alif, it is sound like alif but does not look like alif. So that's why we are calling this alif maksura. They are considered non-flexible, and the example are Musa, Zakaria, and Huda. Okay, so I'm repeating all these that was said before. Now, this example can help you over here. Musa is the rough status of Musa gonna be Musa. The nasab status of Musa gonna be still Musa. The jar status of Musa gonna be still Musa. You can look over here the example. Ja'a mean came. Musa came. So who came? Musa. So that means it should be rough in status. But is it showing us rough? No. As compared to look at this example, it says Ja'a Muhammadun. So it is showing us the whole, like it has the mean, it is rough. Okay, so that is fully flexible. So Ja'a Muhammadun, it is showing us the whole flexibility, but look at Musa, it's not. So this is fully flex and this is non-flex. Then in the second example for Nasab 1, Ra'aytu Musa, I saw Musa. It's not showing us anything, but we are going to guess it. Then I say I saw who? This is the detail over here, Musa. So we know that this is Nasab in status. And look at the example here, Ra'aytu Muhammadan. So I saw Muhammad. Now over here, this is showing us Nasab status. Then we have Musa as a jar, gonna remain Musa. And Kitabu Musa, book of Musa. So we have after of, and Musa is still Musa. Kitabu Muhammadin, book of Muhammad. You guys can see this is din over here. So it is showing us the flexibility. So I hope these are helpful. Now over here, some like we need to add to our vocabulary these two asma, and what are they? They are also gonna go in the category of non-flexible isms. So these asmaul ishara, pointing words. Example, when I wanna say, okay, this book. So I'm pointing to that book, right? So this haza is gonna call pointer, or you can say pointing word, or in Arabic term, you're gonna call them ismul ishara or asmaul ishara. So these are asmaul ishara, all of them, because this, when we say asmaul ishara, mean these are the plural ones. So all these ones are asmaul ishara. But if we are referring to one, haza, you're gonna say this is ismul ishara. So haza is ismul ishara, and what kind of pointer it is? When we are pointing something that is close. So haza mean this, and this is something close. And one more thing, this is masculine. Arabic is so precise language. Even for pointing something, masculine and feminine, they have different versions. So haza, this is for masculine, and then for hazi, he, this is for feminine. If something is feminine and you wanna point to that thing, you need to use the word hazi, he. And then if something is plural, then you need to say haulai. In Quran Pak, you will see that many times. Haulai. So haza, hazihi, haulai. What are they? They are pointing words. And same like Musa, they are not going to show us status. They are non-flexible isms. Now, if you wanna point to the far thing, then we need to use the word zalika. So zalika is the for. And then tilka, again, zalika is for feminine. Tilka is for, sorry, zalika is for masculine, tilka is for feminine, and ulaika is for plural. So these are Asmaul Ishara, and why I am putting over here? Because they are non-flexible ism. Then we have another pair of asmas, and these are Asmaul Mosula, we call them. You will see them in Quran Pak a lot. And they are Allazi. Allazi means the one who, and this is for masculine, and this is singular. And then its plural version is Allazina. So Allazi, the one who, Allazina, those who. And this is for masculine. Then we have feminine version, which is Allati and Allati, you can remember. Just leave this Allavati and Allahi. If it is hard for you to memorize, just remember one, Allati, that is good enough. So Allati and Allati, these are for feminine. Then we have Ma and Man. You will see Ma, many, like a lot in the Quran Pak, it means whatever thing. And for this is obviously used for things, and Man is used for people. And what is the name, what is the label for all these? Asmaul Mosula. And why I am telling you about these Asmaul Mosula and Asmaul Ishara? Because they are non-flexible ism. So like Musa, Isa, they are not going to show us their status at all. But the context of the sentence of the ayah gonna help us out that, okay, in this context, it is Rafa, or it is Nasab, or it is Jar. So they're gonna have all these status. Okay, so they can be Raf, they can be Nasab, they can be Jar, but the problem is they are not going to show us. So we have to figure it out by ourselves, inshallah. Okay, so that was all about our non-flexible isms. Okay. So now we are on partly flexible. Are we clear on our fully flexible and non-flexible? So fully flexible, remember Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin, they are showing all three status differently. And then we have non-flexible, they are not going to show us any status at all. They have only one version. And how are we gonna figure them out? Either they're gonna end on alif or alif maksura, and then these Asmaul Ishara and Asmaul Mosula also fall in that category. It's not hard, just try to understand the concept. And we are not gonna overwhelmed by all these vocabulary and everything. Take your time. Yes, this is important. I want you to memorize all this vocabulary, but you can take your time. So take your time and try to understand the concept first before you start memorizing anything. Then our third and last flexibility is partly flexible. And what's so special about them? They cannot be heavy, so they are not going to take tanween at all. And the second is they are not going to take kasra. So they have only U sound or A sound, and their nasab and jar are same. So partly flexible, the example of partly flexible is Ibrahimu. So imagine a new student come to our class and she is making Muslimun chart with the word Ibrahim. So she goes like Ibrahimu, Ibrahimun, Ibrahiman, Ibrahimin. So what should be your response? You need to tell her, no, Ibrahim is partly flexible. It is not going to take tanween. Okay, she said, okay, she understood. And now she's doing Ibrahimu, Ibrahima, Ibrahimi. What is your response? You're gonna tell her again that Ibrahim is partly flexible. It's not going to take kasra. And then she goes Ibrahimu, Ibrahima, Ibrahima. So she's on the right track. Alhamdulillah. Okay, so remember that these partly flexible, they are not going to take tanween at all, and they are not going to take kasra. And since they are not taking kasra, their nasab and jar is going to be same. Now, partly flexible, again, we are gonna talk a little bit more with the example over here. So the Arabic term is mamnu min as-sarf. So meaning they do not show the flexibility. They do not do dun, dan, din. Okay, so they are not flexible in showing their status. And again, they have only two status. They're gonna show their status in two ways. Rafa, gonna be lighter version. We cannot use un sound on that. And nasab and jar, gonna be sharing. So a partly flexible word can only take dhamma or fatha, no kasra. Partly flexible word can also never take tanween. This type of word takes a single dhamma in the raf form and single fatha in the nasab form and single fatha in the jar form. The example over here, Yusufu, Yusufa, Yusufa. So example over here, Nasara, Yusufu. Who helped? I hear U sound. So who helped? Yusuf helped. Can I say Yusufun? No. Why not? Because Yusuf is partly flexible. It is not going to take tanween at all. So that's why we are saying Yusufu Nasara. Now if I say Ra'aitu Yusufa, I saw Yusuf. I cannot say Yusufan. Why? No tanween is allowed here. So Ra'aitu Yusufa. Then Baytu Yusufa. I cannot say Baytu Yusufi. That would be wrong because partly flexible are not going to take the, kasra at all. So they are going to have only two versions. But there are some exceptions. Okay, what are the exceptions? Sometimes when you put this, the word Pakistan, this is in Arabic, they don't have pa sound. So this is Pakistan, Pakistan. So this is partly flexible, or the name of the places are supposed to be partly flexible. We are going to learn in the next slide. So names of the places are partly flexible. So it could be Pakistanu or Pakistana, but never Pakistani, never. No kasra and no tanween. But if you add al beside that, right over here, then it is going to be very excited that it got some gift, and it's gonna show us the kasra too. So it's gonna show all three status then. So al-Pakistanu, al-Pakistana, al-Pakistani. And for this, inshallah, we are going to study. So I'm not gonna mention that. So there is, you need to remember that there is exception for partly flexible, that if you put al beside partly flexible ism, then it's gonna behave like fully flexible because it gets excited by it. Okay, now we have list of things that fall in the category of partly flexibilism. So you're gonna just memorize the title. So for example, I'm saying that non-Arab names. So the names that are not Arabs, they should fall in the category of partly flexible ism. Example, we already saw that Yusufu, Yusufa, Yusufa. So Yusuf is non-Arab name. So it is going to be treated as partly flexible. And when I say partly flexible, we know that this ism is not going to take tanween. It's not going to take kasra. I'm repeating over and over so it get into your head. And you need to keep saying it to yourself unless you know it, like it's get into your head properly. So then we have Ismailu, same thing. This is non-Arab name. So Ismailu and then Ismaila and Ismaila, no Ismaili. Ibrahimu, same thing. Yaqub, Maryamu. So these are all non-Arab names. Non-Arab names are partly flexible. Then we have list of names over here, which are Arab names and mentioned in Quran Pak. Who are they? 4 Arab prophets are mentioned over here. And they are fully flexible. Their names are fully flexible. Muhammadun, Muhammadan, Muhammadin. Hudun, Hudan, Hudin. And again, see, we put 2 fathas and alif came here. Salihun, Salihan, Salihin. Shu'aibun, Shu'aiban, and Shu'aibin. So they are fully flexible. Why? Because they are Arab names, fully flexible. But there is still some exception to this partly flexible list we are talking about over here, that if a name has 3 letters, like over here we have lam, waw, and ta, and if the name has 3 letters, even the name of a place, so name of a person or even name of a place, if it has 3 letters and the middle root letter has a spoon on it, then this word is going to be, this name of place or name of a person is going to be treated as fully flexible. So this is the exception over here. So Lutun, Lutan, and Lutin. Nuhun, Nuhan, and Nuhin. Then we have, so this is our one list, okay? But what was that all about? Non-Arab names. Arab names are fully flexible. Non-Arab names are partly flexible. But what is the exception? That if the root if they have 3 root letters and the middle one has spoon on it, then it is going to be treated as fully flex. Then the second things in our list is feminine names. Feminine names are partly flexible. Aishatu, Aishata, Aishata. We cannot say Aishatun and we cannot say Aishati. So they are partly flexible. Khatija, Zainabu, Imanu, these are all feminine names and we are going to treat them partly flexible. Then some interesting thing over here, that some masculine names like Hamza, what do you see at the end? This ta marbuta. And ta marbuta, we always say that this is the, like when we wanna make some masculinism into feminine, we add ta marbuta. So this is like kind of a sign of femininity. So some unique names, they end like that. But we know that these are masculine names. So these kind of masculine names, they are going to be treated as partly flexible. So Hamzatu, Hamzata, Hamzata. Muawiyatu, Muawiyata, Muawiyata. Umaru, Umara, and Umara. Usmanu, Usmana, and Usmana. So this is all about our feminine. names, and then we have a name of places. Name of places, Makkatu, Makkata, Makkata. So you don't see Makkati over here. Same Yasrabu, Yasra Ba, not Yasra B in just status. Jahannamu, Jahannama, and Jahannama, not Jahannami. So name of places, they are going to be treated as partly. Some names of places have an al, and in such case, the name is fully flexible. So we already said that whenever we add al to some a name of a place, then it will like be excited, and it's gonna be treated as it's gonna like show us all three status. So al-Iraqu, al-Iraqa, al-Iraqi. So that was all about flexibility. And this is like, don't get overwhelmed. I don't think so there is like any problem with that. Just you need to memorize them, that what fall in what category. So for partly flexible, the other two are very easy. Fully flexible, no problem. Non-flexible, no problem. Just for partly flexible, we need to kind of memorize what fall in that category. So the first one is non-Arab names. And then we have some exception over here. Then feminine names, exception over here. No, like they are also treated as feminine. So feminine and uniquely masculine names. And then name of places. So basically, name of places and name of people and non-Arab names. So they like go in the category of partly flexible. Now, what is the summary? What did we learn so far? There are three kinds of flexibility. Fully flexible ism, Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin, Arab names. Easy. So if we know that name is Arab, then it is fully flexible. And not only names, but any Arabic word, they are going to be fully flexible. Then non-flexible words end on alif or alif maksura, and they have only one version. And their rafa, nasab, and jar gonna be all same. Then we have partly flexible. Partly flexible do not accept tanween or kasra and have two versions, nasab, jar are same. And what fall in this category? Non-Arab names, feminine names, uniquely masculine names. Okay, this is typo over here. Names of places fall into, name of places fall into this category. Now there are some exceptions. We already discussed that. It is kind of repeating that when we add al before name of places, it gets excited and become fully flexible. Non-Arab names with only three letters with middle root letter having spoon, like Nuhun, Adnun, are fully flexible. So that is the whole summary that we were doing now in this whole lesson. So okay, so I think we can, oh, we still have something to do. Okay, let's do a little bit exercise. Muhammadun, what do you think about that? This is fully flexible. Why? Because Arab name. Hudan, I see what? Alif maksura at the end. So this is our partly flexible. Jahannamu, if I say Jahannamu, this is a name of place. Name of places are, where do they fall? In partly flexible. Makkatu, partly flexible because name of a place. Umar, This is uniquely masculine name, so it fall in the category of partly flexible. Then we have Talha. I see Tamarbuta, so that's gonna fall in the uniquely masculine names, and that is our partly flexible. Salihun, you can it can go into fully flexible because this is Arab name. Nu, I see 3-letter, and the middle one has spoon, so that means this is our fully flexible. Adan, same thing like Nu. Zakaria, ending on alif, so this is our non-flexible. Okay, so then this is your homework. What is your homework? That I put all these haraka to make everything clear on it, and let me walk through it. Rabbi. Now, if I see kasra on some ism, that should be your clue that this is fully flexible. Why? Because non-flexible is not showing us any status. And partly flexible does not take kasra. So then what is left behind? Fully flex. So if you see a kasra on some ism, with your eyes closed, you should be saying, okay, this is fully flexible. Now, Yusufu, we already done that, okay. Huda, we know that. Shoaibun. Now, when you see tanween, what should be you be thinking? Tanween only gonna happen on what? Fully flexible word. Okay. Partly is not going to take tanween, and obviously the non-flexible is not going to show us because alif maksura or alif not gonna have any haraka at the end. So that's it. That's pretty much. So you're gonna take care of your homework. It's tiny, cute little homework. And over here, you are going to say the status of the following words according to what we learn. So Isa, you know that, okay, it's not going to show us this is non-flexible. So you're gonna say, okay, that could be Rafa, that could be Nasab, or that could be Jar. So, and I just put something over here. This is just for your reading, get used to it. Don't worry if you didn't get it, it's not your homework. It's for the people who are kind of like they are not beginners, they have some level. So I just put it in case if they want to enjoy something. The key is already given over here. So if you are not sure, you can look at the key. But please do not get overwhelmed and do not ask me about that because we are going to learn about them, okay? So no worries, it's just for reading. That's all. So inshallah, we can end our session over here. And I have a quiz. So let's see, in next 10 minutes, we can work on our quiz. So let me finish. We're gonna stop our recording and then we can enjoy our quiz. Subhanak Allahumma wa bihamdika nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta wa nastaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifuna wa salamun ala al mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.